I've heard a lot about what this is. By the way, Drake is not, when they say Drake is cooperating, it means that, by the way, they're dealing with his team, so it's not Drake himself. It means, yeah, if the police are investigating, they're not going to tell the police to fuck off. There's a man who got shot that has a family. They're probably going to be like, yeah, of course, you could come in and look around, go canvass the fucking place to find some bullet holes or whatever case in that could help you out with y'all investigation. That's not, when we hear cooperating, we think snitching, like telling. That's not what that is. But, you know, again, you got to cooperate to a certain extent, right? A crime got committed and it got committed on your property, right? So that's about it. I'll tell you this. I have spoken with Drake, and he's okay. You know, he said he's good. Nothing more than that, nothing less. Obviously, there is someone who's probably still, you know, battling for their life and, you know, got shot at his house. But if you're wondering, Drake himself, he's fine. And I think that's short and sweet. Nothing more needs to be said. In reality, I'll kind of, these are unsubstantiated, I can't even speak now. These aren't rumors that have been verified, so I want you to take it as this. But the streets is talking. From what I'm hearing, this got nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. The timing is interesting because he's in a feud with Kendrick Lamar. But this has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick didn't send some hitters, and obviously he's going to get reported as such. But there's things brewing and things happening that seem to be involved, allegedly surrounding the situation. Things that I won't really pinpoint on this public forum because I don't necessarily want it to give it legs, especially if it happens to not be true. But what I'm hearing, this wasn't random. I'm hearing that, which not only hearing that this is actually a fact, there was a shooting that occurred about 10 minutes before, about less than 2 miles from here. Okay? So there's about 2 miles from here, and keep in mind, this isn't like the fucking hood, right? This ain't like Southside Chicago. This is a rich neighborhood that doesn't see violence and doesn't see gunfire. And also in Canada, it's kind of almost damn near illegal to have a gun, right? So like you're not gonna be with a gun. So when you hear that 2 incidents of gun violence occurred within two miles and 10 minutes, they seem to be possibly related. Now, at the other incident, we haven't heard the police speak much about it. They actually haven't even officially connected it. That's why they haven't really spoke on that one. But there was another person shot 10 minutes like before, 2 miles away. Again, just keeping it light. I've heard that, you know, and there's some people who are smart enough in here to probably like, I'm hearing this shit got nothing to do with what you think it does, but it do got something to do with what you think it was. So let's keep it at that, and let's not create any suspects or blame any people on the stream. Okay. Kind of interesting though, because until this point, violence did not seem to be remotely within the picture between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And obviously I'm telling you this has nothing to do with that. However, the fact that violence is even happening or within the vicinity of one of these guys has made the back and forth and just rapping seems kind of trivial at this point. You get what I'm saying? Right?
A security guard.
Let me see what other videos here to show. Now, the interesting thing about this is that obviously Kendrick Lamar's single cover is Drake's house. People are wondering, did he encourage a fan? I'm telling you, I'm hearing this is no fan thing. This isn't some random overzealous, they not like us type of fan. We've seen what happened, like, and what's happening throughout the world as this song, Not Like Us, is kind of going crazy. It's actually expected to be #1 next week. What we've seen is that in London, at the OVO store, they have vandalized the OVO store. Someone spray painted on the glass, "They Not Like Us." So clearly, there's fans who are kind of like taking this whole thing into their own hands and kind of probably having fun with it. And, again, we know at times fans can get carried away, but we're seeing some ramifications of this. Again, these things got nothing to do with and are not connected to what happens at Drake's house. But it is interesting to note, this is the second event surrounding anyone in this whole situation that perceived violence has occurred. If you guys don't know, Cash XO, there was a security guard shot outside his $12 million mansion. I don't know if you guys
Still
remember
trying to piece together exactly what led up to a shooting outside a music executive's house.
Security guard was rushed to the hospital, and the armed suspects are still on the loose. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes joins us from Encino, where the crime took place. Rob?
Yeah, the hunt is on for those three suspects. They took off after shooting a security guard several times. Now, the mansion where this all went down is right down this long driveway. It is the home of a successful hip-hop music producer.
The Encino home must have seemed like a good target, a 7-bedroom, $12 million mansion. But whoever tried breaking into it may not have expected to find a security guard on the property. And LAPD says the suspects opened fire on that guard, shooting him several times.
The wait time for any police officer to come is about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and these people just need 10 to 15 minutes to come in and leave your house.
Neighbors are clearly frustrated, saying break-ins and burglaries here have been taking off. We did a data dive into the latest crime stats and found that burglaries in LAPD's West Valley division are up 30% since 2019.
Yeah, I know in the past year 3 break-ins have happened. It's a gated community. Our walls are like 15 feet high, so it's kind of scary that they can just figure out ways to jump over these walls and enter your property like that.
In this case, LAPD says it is now searching for 3 men who were behind the shooting. It happened around 2:30 this morning. The security guard, said to be in his 30s, no word on his condition. The
shooting in that situation happened at 2:30 a.m. The shooting in Drake's situation happened at 2:10. It's an interesting coincidence, right?
mansion in question, owned by this man, Amir Esmailian, a music producer known in the industry as Cash XO, who worked with hip-hop stars like Travis Scott and The Weeknd. One woman who lives in the neighborhood says despite the shooting, she isn't worried about crime here.
It's a very safe neighborhood. I feel very safe running in it. I'm sure it's something related to whoever the owners were.
Now, if you have any information that could help lead investigators to the suspects in this case, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers. The number is on your screen. It's 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 1-800-222-8477.
So yeah. Now here's the thing: when that first got reported, just to be very clear, I think everybody, even though, keep in mind, Drake push-ups lyrics, right? A lot of y'all probably never knew who Cash was, right? Every people within the know would know who that is, but a lot of people didn't know who Cash was. But he was mentioned on Drake's song. Let me see. Where is it? I can't find the lyrics. These motherfuckers start putting shit in. Come on, in Espanol. Like, no, nigga, just show me in English. Drake push-ups. Okay. Drake mentions Cash in this lyric when he says, yo, hey, I'm the sixth god and I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Chubb's little blunt runner. Now he's talking about Cash. Claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing Abel bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked, wicked, wicked. Spend it like you trying to fuck, boy, you tripping. Now, again, I'm keeping it light here. It's not Warren Chirac, people. This is not that. So I gotta keep everything light. Supposedly the word is, Cash be moving with them niggas. You get what I mean? And shit, when you moving with the wolves at times, you might have to, you know what I mean? Might have to put a chain around one of these wolves' neck, man. You know what I mean? So again, that's what Drake is alluding to. But he brought Cash into this, right? We saw the whole shooting at his house, and we're like, this probably, which we're still gonna say is unrelated. However, the timing and even how both of these shootings got done, crazy coincidence. However, then we get Drake, which, by the way, this is interesting. After the shooting at Cash's house, Drake gets on Family Matters, and he kind of
Maybe in this song?
eerily brings up back what he